Let's start with Socratic questioning and using worksheets to modify core beliefs, intermediate beliefs, and automatic thoughts. You might want to reread the section of the article about CBT treatment from week 2 to review some standard questions we often use in session. For example, evaluating evidence, decatastrophizing, assessing the impact of the cognition, and advice to a friend. We also want clients to use Socratic questioning on their own to modify their core beliefs between sessions. The most important question is often, what's an alternative explanation or viewpoint? Now I'll give you a case example in which a client was able to use Socratic questioning on his own to modify a core belief. My client Jared had narcissistic personality disorder. He recognized that his core belief had been activated when he became very angry. He was trying to pay for an item at a store, but the clerk made him wait while she finished talking on the store phone. Jared recognized that his core belief of being unimportant had been activated. This prompted him to ask himself, what's another explanation for why she kept talking on the phone? When he thought about it, he realized that she had been pleasant to him once the phone call was finished. Then he realized that maybe she wasn't deliberately trying to diminish him. Maybe her boss had a rule that she had to finish a call with a phone customer before serving a new customer. To modify core beliefs, you often have to use persuasive and leading questions. Here are some questions I used with Mary, whose core belief was, I'm defective. You'll find this list in the course manual. What does defective mean? Here's my definition of defective. What do you think about that? Could someone else have just 1 or 2 friends and yet not be defective? If your niece had grown up in a dysfunctional family like you did, she might think she was defective too. Would that necessarily be true? How would you want her to view herself? After reviewing the client's childhood experiences, you might say, well, no wonder you grew up believing you were defective. Can you see that almost any kid who had those experiences growing up might start to believe that she was defective? Can you see that even though she might believe it very strongly, it might not be true, or not completely true? If you hadn't had a lifetime of believing that you were defective, do you think you would have developed a coping strategy like avoiding getting too close to people? After the client describes the situation in which she used a maladaptive coping strategy, such as talking only minimally at a social event, you could ask, what would a truly defective person have done at that party? Is it possible that you're not as defective as you feel? Here's a reflection question for you. Have you used Socratic questioning to help clients evaluate their core beliefs? Did you run into any problems? Now I'd like you to do a role play or write a script in which you use Socratic questioning to help a client evaluate a core belief.